For my binding, I'm going to cut 3 strips of that are 2 1/4 inches wide by the length of my fabric, which is about 40 inches. And I'm going to cut 3 from each fabric since I've used 3 fabric quilt. And I should end up with 9 pieces, and that should be enough to bind my entire quilt for a twin size. This one is twin size, more or less. I'm ready to join together my strips to form my binding piece. And I'm going to lay, with the right sides together, I'm going to lay one piece the right side up and put my next piece on top of it like so. And I want to sew from this corner to this corner with straight stitch, trim off the excess, turn it, press it, and continue on until I have all my binding pieces sewn together. After I sewed my strips together and trim them and turn them and press them, this is what it looks like. I'm attaching my binding to my quilt top. I took my strips after I attached them together, and I am folding them with the wrong sides together, stitching them to the edge of my quilt top. I'm taking a 1/4 inch straight seam, and I'm going to show you guys how I turn a corner. So I want to stitch it to a little bit shy of the complete end of the quilt. So here I'm coming up on the end. Lock my stitch. Okay. Turning my quilt, and now I want to fold the binding up. I have a nice angle there, so I'll fold it up and then down. And of course, you could pin all this ahead of time if you weren't as in a hurry as I am. You can also press your binding before you start this. I didn't even press it. I'm just kind of doing it as I go along. So I finished putting my binding, sewing it down on my quilt all the way around, and I folded it over and pinned it. And when I come up to that corner, if you guys can see, I came to the corner and I smoothed it down and made a little fold there, and then I'm gonna fold it so it makes a really sharp point. And then when I sew, I'm just gonna sew. I'm gonna hand stitch that in place. I'll show you how it looks on the other side. A nice sharp corner.